Yo, let me show you how to press big transfers on a little heat press. What's happening, everybody? Boy Big Brandoh, and today we're going to be talking all about using a small 15 by 15 heat press to press transfers that are bigger than 15 inches. Now, this is a question I've been getting. People want to make designs bigger than their heat press size, and they're like, how can I do that? Do I have to get a bigger heat press? What do I do? For myself, I'm not about wasting money. So if you have a 15 by 15 heat press, let me show you how you can press bigger designs that are bigger than 15 inches without going out and buying a bigger heat press. Because for myself, yes, you can just start out and buy a 16 by 20 and you can be like, all right, I'm gonna design everything around these dimensions. But sometimes that 16 by 20 might not fit your budget. Or majority of your designs don't go bigger than 15 inches, so a 16 by 20 would be overkill. And in the rare occasion you might want to do something that's maybe 16 inches, you can still get it done using your 15 by 15 heat press, and I'm going to show you how to do it right now. All right, so here we go. Heat Press Nation Signature Pro Heat Press. This is the 15 by 15. I have a Teflon sheet wrapped around the sides, held on by magnets. This is just to buffer out the static of the film transfer. Whenever I'm using film transfers, I like to use a Teflon sheet or a non-stick cover sheet to buffer out the static. Whatever it is, like humidity in your room, sometimes that humidity mixed with the film creates static, where the backing of the transfer, the film part of the transfer, will get stuck to the top of the platen. You don't want that to happen. So I use something like this to buffer out the static, and that's it. This doesn't affect the heat. This doesn't mess anything up. My heat press is set up to 320 degrees, 15 seconds. My pressure setting is set at heavy. I'm going to show you how I get this thing done using Supacolor Transfers and Shockaware Active t-shirts. That's a 100% cotton t-shirt. So first things first, here's the t-shirt, size medium. I put my own logo in here, but this is a Shockaware Active t-shirt. Like I said, 100% cotton. First thing we're going to want to do here is pre-press the t-shirt. I'm going to lay the collar all the way over the edge. When I say lay it all the way over the edge, I'm talking about making sure that this part of the collar, if you can see that, falls right at the edge or right at the top of the platen. So this is nice and smooth. If we're pressing this with the collar here, not smooth, because now you're pressing onto the collar. I don't like doing that. Some people do it. I don't like doing it. So what I do is I pull down on the armpits. Usually you can feel if one side's higher than the other. When you pull down at the armpits, you make sure that everything is nice and straight. Both sides. We're gonna pre-press. When I pre-press, I'm not clamping it down. I'm just tapping it down, so that way taking away all the moisture and I'm flattening down this t-shirt. Here's the front print. We're going 4 fingers down. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of my fat fingers right here is about 3 inches down. I'm going to place the top of the transfer, not the top of the paper, but where the actual transfer lands, like the design. I'm putting that right at my fingertips, where the shoulder meets the collar of the t-shirt. I call this the peak. Like if this was a U shape, I call this the peak. From the peak, straight down, 4 fingers down. That's where I'm lining up the middle of the transfer with the peak and the collar. Nice and straight. Press it down. Once again, we're using Supacolor wearable transfers, 320 degrees, 15 seconds. This press is an auto open. Hot peel, boom. Now, we're gonna post press this for about 3 seconds. Press the cancellation button just to release it. Now let's do the back. That's what you've been waiting for. This is what the front looks like. Let's do the back now. I'm laying the front of the collar over the edge again. The front of the collar over the edge. This part goes over the top of the platen. We're not pressing on the collar. We want this to be nice and smooth. Lint roller, get rid of some of this lint here. Pull down on the armpits. This is the normal thing right here, pulling down on the armpits. Now, here's our transfer. Look at how big this is. It hangs off the edge here. Obviously, this is bigger than 15 inches. This transfer is 16.5 inches in length. I'm going close to the top here. I'm gonna push it in, press it down 15 seconds. This right here, still hanging off, so we still have to press this part. Let me show you how we do this. Popped up. We're just gonna peel it halfway. Still connected to the t-shirt. We only pulled it down halfway. We're gonna spin the t-shirt around, lay it down. Remember, this side right here wasn't pressed on. Push it in, press it down for 15 seconds. This part right here, we already peeled up. That's not a problem. We need to lay down that back part now. Now we peel the whole thing off. Done. Let's do a post press. Just about 3 seconds. Use the cancellation button. Spin it around. Do the top part so we could get that post press on the top part. About 3 seconds. Done. Front and back. This is a 16.5 inch design pressed on my 15 by 15 Heat Press Nation Signature Pro Heat Press. All right, so there you have it. 16.5 inch design, big back print right here. 4 fingers up, 2 twisted in the middle. Here's the front print. This whole thing was done on my 15 by 15 heat press. That's how I press bigger transfers that are bigger than my heat press. I do it like that. I just press it in sections. When you release the transfer, you only want to release half. Leave the other half stuck on, spin that t-shirt around, press it down, you'll be good to go. For myself, this is how I operated before I got 16 by 20 heat presses, when I was just using a 15 by 15. Anytime that I wanted to do a bigger design, that's how I did it. Is it easier to use a 16 by 20? Yes, it is. But sometimes, like I said, a 16 by 20 isn't needed for your day-to-day use. So if you're not doing a ton of big designs, it might be overkill. Might not meet your budget, and it might not meet your workspace. So 16 by 20 has a bigger footprint than a 15 by 15. So can you do big transfers on a 15 by 15? Simple answer, yes. Now, if you wanted to check out anything, heat presses, transfers, t-shirts, whatever it is, the links are in the description box for you. If you guys have any questions about this that I just talked about, make sure you leave it in the comments. If you wanted to, follow me on Instagram, Big Brandoh TV. Catch you guys on the next one, man. Yeah.